G'day guys, Luke here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video guys, we are doing the Reptile update for May 2024. This is part 2. So we are doing the snake room for this episode guys. If you have yet to see the lizard room guys, I'm going to suggest check it out after this video to see the other half of the family. For those that came just over from the lizard room, thank you for coming over. Anyway guys, let's check out all these snakes in here and go from there. Rightio, we'll start over here with Chappie and Orchid, who are my two central carpet pythons. Bit of a mixed bag. Chappie hasn't eaten for a period of time now, so I'm hoping it's just him going through that phase where he doesn't want to eat and, you know, he's just like, I'm alright. He doesn't seem to lose that much body condition, but yeah. When I say don't eat for a period of time, I do get a bit worried. Even though they're fine doing that every so often, but being a snake dad, you could say, I do worry for my animal's well-being. Other than that, he's been pretty alright. His girlfriend, Orchid, she's doing well ever since she laid those clutch of eggs, so she's a proud mum for the second year. She's smashing food, giving me a hard time when it comes to feeding. She's bouncing back with her body weight, and to be honest, she doesn't cause me that much grief. Someone else in this room caused me more grief than anything, but we'll get to them later. These guys are housed in a full-foot enclosure. Now, I am planning on making it look nicer down the track, just figuring out how to, or what I want it to look like. Just weighing up the options and see what's out there and get ideas. For the time being, aspen snake bedding as a substrate, 2 hides from the hiding. We've got a couple of branches in there from the climb on, even though I knock it down all the time. Got a few fake plants, big water bowl in the corner there. We've got the heat and then a LED UVB light bar. Even though these guys don't really need UVB, I just thought I'd just chuck it on these guys and see how they'll react. I found Orchid's probably being a bit more aggressive when it came to food. Chappie's like, nah, I'm more gentle now. So, oh well, it is what it is. Below them, we're going to another carpet python. Here we have Charles. You'll probably just be able to see her little head just behind there. She's doing well. She'll skip a couple of feeds, have a feed, skip a couple more feeds and eat again. So she's a bit of an oddball, but saying that every time she eats, it's always a sigh of relief that she's doing well. When they don't eat, like I said, I do get a bit concerned. When they do eat for a period of time, then all of a sudden shut off. But she's housed in a 3-foot enclosure, so 90 centimeters. In the enclosure, I've got the aspen snake bedding, water bowl in the corner here. I gave her a smaller water bowl, so that way she's got more floor space. A couple of hides for her. She's got a heat. We've got a light strip in here to display the enclosure. By the way guys, all my heating in this room as well, they do run on thermostats, so there's no chance of overheating or undercooling my reptiles. There's a couple of fake plants in here, well, a fake plant there and a vine just to add a bit of character. And a backing just to make it look a bit nicer. Saying that, I am thinking of making this cage a bit nicer, but see how we go. At the moment, Charles is happy, she's eating. Probably just leave it for the time being. The health of my animals come first. To her neighbours now. Now, these guys are probably the oldest snakes. No, sorry, these guys are the oldest snakes in the family, Superstar and Graham. They're my 2 blonde spotted pythons. Graham is taking a bath for no apparent reason. She doesn't have anything on her, guys, no mites, no nothing. Every now and again, she thinks she's a water python. Oh well. And I will get a close-up shot of Superstar. Now, Superstar here didn't eat the other day, which is kind of surprising. It's normally pretty rare for her to skip a feed. I'm just hoping she just didn't feel like eating and will eat next time. But saying that, she's a big, healthy girl, so I don't think there's anything wrong with her at this stage. Housed in a 3-foot enclosure, I think I mentioned that already. In the enclosure, I've got the water bowl that Graham is taking a bath in. 3 hides, got a backing. There's coconut fibre as a substrate. A couple of rocks, bits of wood in here, fake plant, just to help to shed their skin, heat, and just a display light. Below them in a 6-foot enclosure, to be honest, probably a bit overkill for 2 snakes, but doing pretty well. Of course, they're over here today, so I will get a close-up shot of these 2 naughty snakes. These are my diamond pythons, Atrum and Aurelia. Both are doing pretty well, guys. Atrum is a very gentle eater, and she's pretty calm when I pull her out. Aurelia, geez, he gives me attitude, but he's not the worst one. So when it comes to feeding, Aurelia is a hard-hitting snake, so always got to be careful of him. But saying that, they're both doing very well in this big enclosure, which I'm a bit surprised. So, like I said, 6 foot, 180 centimeters in the enclosure. There are 3 hides to choose from. 1 in the cool end, 2 in the warm end. There's a couple of branches for these 2 to perch on. A couple of vines to just add a bit of character. Coconut fibre as the substrate. Water bowl, a backing. They've got the heat projector or infrared projector there. And they have the LED UVB light bars in here as well. The only 2 snakes in Australia that do require UVB are diamond pythons and grey tree pythons. There's the only 2 that I'm aware of at this stage that they do need UVB. Every other snake, you don't really necessarily have to have UVB here in Australia. We'll cross over to the other side where I have to use the room light to help illuminate these enclosures as they're quite dark on camera. So this enclosure here is 1 metre, so just over 3 foot. We've got an 80 centimetre one over here, which is just below 3 foot. In these 2 respective enclosures houses there's 2 pairs of children pythons. The one on the left hand side we've got 2 female children pythons. Then on the right hand side we've got a breeding pair of them. So this cage here houses Aaron and Snickers. Snickers is currently on top of the rock platform today. We'll start with her while we add her. She's doing well, smashing food and being a very gentle snake. Her cage mate Aaron, who I will get a collar shot of for you guys. She's doing well, another gentle girl. Now, she has bitten me a couple of times in the past, but that's been a free response. Now, I have bred her successfully with Caesar, who's another blonde spotted python, who we'll get to later on. However, I decided just to go back to just the 1 breeding pair of children pythons, as they're both quite lovey-dovey. Plus, I'm more of a purist. I don't like to hybridize things on purpose. But in the enclosure, guys, we've got the cocoa fibre as a substrate. 3 places to hide from them, heat, display light, backing, a couple of branches, a couple of fake plants, water dish. So pretty much the usual stuff. Then next one to them, I will get close-up shots of these 2 as well. Actually, don't have to. They're just in the cool hides where I can reach. So get the camera to focus. In this hide here, we've got Azula. She's the proud mum for 3 years in a row when it comes to eggs. Gaining some weight again. Now, if her body condition doesn't really get back up to breeding weight, I will take her out. And I won't breed children pythons this year. And then her partner in crime, Emma, who's a very protective boyfriend. He's a solid unit. He loves his girl, protects his cage when he needs to. And overall, not a bad snake. He used to be such a jerk when he was a baby. In their enclosure, guys, pretty much the same stuff. We've got the substrate, water bowl, 3 places to hide from them. Instead of a infrared projector for heat, they do have a heat pad underneath the enclosure here, which you can't quite see. Oh, there you go, right at the back. So they do have a nice warm spot to go to if they need to. Today they want to chill out. And a couple of fake plants and a backing. So, yeah. Below them, we've got a couple 6 foot enclosures to go through. So this houses a couple big reptiles. I won't say big, but this will probably be the biggest one here. This here is Chris. Now, Chris here is my black-headed python. I think she's just hiding her head at the back there. Yes, she is. Can we just... Come on, camera. Behave. There's her little noggin. I won't disturb her because she's probably asleep. Chris here is doing exceptionally well. Now, she's the one who causes me the most grief when it comes to feeding. She won't go in the box. She comes out of the box to bite anything that moves or touches her head region. So... yeah, if I do get bitten, there's about 8 foot of snake there I've got to deal with, so not ideal. But I still love her to pieces, and she's honestly a very gentle snake when she's not in food mode. She's housed in a 6 foot enclosure, so 180 centimetres. In the enclosure, we've got the backing display light. Got a heat light over here. There's one hide over here. Obviously, you can see the other one over here. She's behind that. Got a water bowl, fake plant, branch, and substrate, which is still that coconut fibre. My plan is with all my snakes, so I'll probably switch them over to the aspen bedding soon. Yeah. Here we go. Below her, in the same size enclosure, we do have a lizard. So, technically, this room is called the snake/goanna room. There is 2 goannas in this room. This here is Ray. Ray is an absolute jerk of a lizard. When I was trying to clean his cage yesterday, when I was filming this, he was trying to bite me and cause so much trouble. So I'm glad I had help, otherwise I would have lost a bit of blood, I reckon. Other than that, he's doing okay, he's eating food. Taming wise, I've got a lot of work to do. In his enclosure, we do have a nice big hide that he's next to. A couple of slabs of rocks that he can also sit on to get extra heat from his heating source. A couple of fake plants, he's got his backing that's still holding up. Got his hammock, he's got his UVB. There's an additional hide in here, but he doesn't use it. Fake plant that's destroyed there. Got his substrate, water bowl, and his branch. Rightio, we're on to the last wall. So this wall here is a bit exciting. So we start over here in this full foot enclosure. It's a 120 centimeter enclosure that houses my Reptile mono Rosie. We're going to get a bit of a close up of him in a second. But first, the enclosure. In the enclosure, we use sand as his substrate. There's a fake rock stack there that you can do some fun activities on. You can sit on that very top rock there and bask underneath his heat to get more heat from above and below, because that rock there does maintain heat quite well. We've got his fake plants, we've got his termite hide over here that's filled with some damp sand, so you can dig around and have a little play in that. Got his water bowl, his branches, and his heating UV. He does like to do a bit of acrobatics where he can jump around from branch to branch and trying to get into that light bar. Training wise, he's doing pretty alright. He might, be unsettled for the first couple of minutes, but then he will calm down to where I can hold him, and he might even fall asleep on my hand from time to time. However, he's still a cheeky little goanna. However, I probably trust him more than Dusty and Ray. So he's a cool little dude. I do recommend Reptile monitors as a first time goanna. Probably not a first time lizard to own though. Above him, we've got a pair of 60 centimeter enclosures, so 2 feet, which houses 2 species of the children pythons. So we've got Caesar, who I mentioned earlier, who is my male multiple python. I do apologise about the glare, guys, it sucks. Now, I'm not sticking my fingers in there or the camera, because he does have a habit of biting stuff every now and again. So this is probably the best I can do. Other than that, he's fine, he's eating more regularly now. And overall, he's starting to chill out a bit more. He used to be a bigger jerk, but he's still a bit of a jerk these days. His enclosure, we still have his substrate. He's got 3 places to hide, 2 on the ground, 1 that's suspended from the roof of the enclosure, a couple of branches, a couple of fake plants, water bowl. It does a heat pad from underneath the enclosure to keep him warm. Has his backing and a light strip that he pretty much shares with about 5 other snakes. His new neighbour now is Valentino. Now Valentino is a 2-year-old children python. He's doing very well, guys. Ever since putting this enclosure just over a month ago, he's been thriving, enjoying life. Now, he's actually the baby to Emma and Azula. He was the firstborn, so we decided to keep him as a kind of a proud moment sort of thing. Anyway, like I said, he's also housed in a 2-foot enclosure. Where he's currently sitting is where his heat pad lies, so obviously all heat pads are underneath the enclosure. He's got another hide over in that right-hand corner. Got his fake rock stack that can go under as well if he wants to have further comfort. Water bowl just to kind of secure that stack a bit. We've got his branches that he can climb on and be, a bit of a lunatic. He's got his backing that he shares with Caesar, and he also shares a light strip. So overall, both are doing fantastic. On to the last snakes, which are my 2 brown tree snakes. Now I'll just take a step back so you guys can see the enclosures both at the same time, and I can talk about them, then do close-ups. So these enclosures are both 70 centimeters long, so just over 2 feet. Both enclosures have at least 3 places for the snakes to hide. Substrate is the coconut fibre. In each enclosure as well, we do have branches from the climb on, fake plants, water bowl. Both have heat pads. Willow, who's on the left-hand side, has a heat pad to the right, while Diablo on the right-hand side has his heat pad to the left-hand side of his enclosure. Both snakes are doing fantastic. Willow here, who I will just step up to and get a bit closer later on. She's doing well, smashing food. Handling wise, she's getting a lot better. She used to be very snappy. She's still a bit flighty at this stage, but we're working on it. But she's still a bit of a snake, at least. Her partner in crime, which we don't know the gender. I know Willow's definitely a female, while Diablo here, we don't know what gender he is. However, he's doing fantastic, guys, enjoying life, smashing food. He's still a very friendly brown tree snake. These two are polar opposites when it comes to their personalities. So each animal has their own different personality, and I'm glad to see that these two have their own unique ways. So I'll wrap up the video here, guys. So thank you all for watching. I do apologise that the sync room does go a bit longer, but there's more information to go through with these guys and a few more enclosures to go through. But I do appreciate guys who stick to the end and watch all my videos. So thanks again guys. Catch you all in the next video. Take care.